Welcome back. As you saw earlier, the Brisbane Lions are premiers again after beating a gallant Collingwood side by 9 points in the grand final at the MCG. The Magpies going so very close. Their supporters now wondering what might well have been, and we'll cross down to the Collingwood Social Club now where we find our reporter Heath O'Loughlin. And Heath, they must be absolutely devastated down there.
Well, they are indeed, but despite the loss, despite the weather, there's still thousands of Collingwood supporters sticking it out down here at the Social Club. The players are due here probably around 7 o'clock or 7:30. There's some entertainment going on at the moment, but that's the way it is. They're very disappointed, but they have next year to look forward to. Due to the young list of the Collingwood team, they can probably expect that they can achieve what they've done this year, if not better, just depending on how things go. But they've got a young list and a lot to look forward to. But there are some absolutely devastated fans down here. As you saw in that vision earlier, many of them crying and wearing their hearts on their sleeves like they have all year.
Thank you, Heath. Heath O'Loughlin there at Victoria Park. Well, both sides were well led by their inspirational captains. Collingwood's Nathan Buckley judged best of field. The Lions' Michael Voss also playing well in his side's second premiership in as many years. Let's listen to what they had to say after the game.
To our fans, you never cease to amaze us. We always get the numbers here. I know you guys are small in numbers, but you guys are so parochial and we absolutely love it.
Someone wrote a saying on a card from this morning. It said, the hardest two things in life, one is to get started and the second is to never quit. We've never quit and we won't. Thanks.
What a game he played. The Brisbane Lions writing themselves into the record books with back-to-back premierships. Let's listen now to what some of them thought of this very special day.
Yeah, fantastic moment. The guys have worked so hard over the last few years, and to get the reward like today against good opposition in a tough game, just great atmosphere. Everything about today was so good. Just to come out on top in the end was magnificent.
Yeah, it's been a best week of my life, that's for sure. And to come out here today and be a part of this great side, it's just an unbelievable feeling and one I'll never ever forget.
Mate, you just can't beat it. You know, it's been a great effort for all the boys to back up.
Still on footy, and the Eastern Rangers are under-18 champions after winning a thrilling grand final against the Calder Cannons at the MCG this morning. The Rangers trailed by almost 3 goals at half-time, but ran over the top of their opponents in the second half, winning by a point. Pocket dynamo Stephen Donnell was great throughout the match. His 2 goals late in the final term, helping the Rangers record what will be, no doubt, an unforgettable. That ends a very busy day in sport.
Just back to the grand final.
Yes.
It was, I think, one of the toughest, most hard-fought, closest grand finals I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was the best that...
the guys had to prove that they were good enough to conquer all the system that means you have to get there on grand final day and play well and win, and they did. This year was about proving that it wasn't like a one-year wonder.
Virtually no words can describe how I'm feeling right now. It's just unbelievable. Just see everybody out east tonight, it just takes your mind away. It's awesome.
We thought it might have been a hard slog and we thought we might have won by 9 points.
Well, Matty, celebration's really just getting started here. Some of the players signing autographs, meeting all the fans. They've got a reception tomorrow here in Melbourne before heading back to another reception at the Gabba. And then I reckon they're going to party for the rest of next week. Matthew.
Thank you, Billy. And Billy will be back a little later in the show. He goes one-on-one with Jason Ackermanis. Well, the Lions were the red-hot favourites going into this match, but they had to withstand a stirring wet weather performance from an inspired Collingwood side.
It didn't come as easy as expected for the Lions, but when the siren sounded, a second consecutive premiership victory was just as sweet. The first team since the Adelaide Crows to go back-to-back, Brisbane now command a place in the game's history. The Lions celebrated accordingly.
It's a lot of relief and I'm speechless. I'm absolutely speechless. The guys, they're awesome. They're awesome. They're an awesome team.
Oh, how good was that? Yeah, great game. We had Bogart down early and probably even the sides out there are terrific, but...
Final margin, 9
I'll take it every day.
The Magpies were utterly devastated. Nick Malthouse inconsolable in the box. and simply unable to hold back the tears out on the ground.
Some of the most extraordinary pictures you'll ever see in a VFL AFL Grand Final.
The only consolation for the losers, a Norm Smith medal won by Nathan Buckley. Just the third time ever a member of the losing side has won the honour. That done, it was time for the Lions to be given what they had craved for 12 months, footballing immortality that comes with back-to-back premiership cups. The champagne flowed for a well-earned lap of honour as Master Coach Lee Matthews paid tribute to the combatants.
Collingwood were magnificent today, I thought. I mean, our guys just had to be plugging, and we found a way to win in the end, and I guess in the history books that's all that matters.
Alrighty, now let's go back to the start and watch how this truly great grand final unfolded. 2:30 at the MCG, and this was one we'll talk about for many years to come.
Big match nerves were never more evident before the last Saturday in September, while for another, all he could do was sit and watch on. The conditions appalling, as two men who used to be teammates led their gladiators out for the game's ultimate battle. The early ball a hot one, Michael Voss going in hard and paying the price. By McDonald's grand final done, his injured shoulder dislocated.
And the shoulder's gone.
Against all the odds, Anthony Rocker had the game's first, 26 minutes in.
It's a thumping kick. It's coming back.
The president could afford a smirk, but the Premiers hit back in the second, in the best way they know how.
Harder left foot snap. Brisbane have got there first.
The intensity lifting, full-back Wakelin and full forward Lynch going toe for toe. Chris Johnson with a rush of blood of his own, handing Josh Fraser his first.
And he won't get 50 as well.
Another free kick handed Rocker his second. The Magpie lead out to 8.
Peters.
The big hits coming, but as they did, so did the Lion goals. They closed the half with 3 to snare the lead despite being outplayed.
Advantage played, it's a goal.
Down by 8 at the main break, Nathan Buckley set the example for his young Magpies in the third.
From 55 metres out. Buckley's goal.
But Alistair Lynch lifted from full forward, as did John Brown on the half-forward line. And when the skipper had the polish, the Lions led by 4 with a term to play.
Voss from 55. Goal.
A thrilling final term set up. Josh Fraser with his hand up to be the first hero.
From the side, Fraser. Joshua Fraser.
A banana goal by the 20-year-old and the black and white in front. But it was left to the 2001 Brownlow medalist to seize back-to-back titles for Brisbane.
Fraser makes the lead.
The siren ending a Magpie fairy tale, this Lion team now into the record book.
And pretty much it was that grand final we've been hoping for since 1989. 9 points in the end, an absolute cliffhanger. And as you can imagine, Lee Matthews was left in awe of his back-to-back winning squad.
Again, our system is about winning the last day of September. It doesn't matter what you do up until that, really. You've got to win the last day of September. But if you add doing that twice and adding a really high winning ratio over those 2 seasons, it's been great for this period of time. When the siren went, I had Nigel Leppin in the headlock and I wasn't letting go.
So it was disbelief, I guess, because it's still a little bit surreal because it hasn't sunk in.
I'm not going to pull my players down here, but the fact is that they are perhaps better man for man, but we build our whole being, every skerrick of our being, on teammanship. And we thought that would get us over the line, and when it disappeared, I suppose, you feel so gutted for the players.
We pride ourselves on the pressure we put on opponents, but I thought Collingwood's pressure today is about as good as you could get. They were magnificent, I thought, in terms of their effort to make sure every ball we got was hard-earned.
Just make sure that I am quoted as saying that they are a wonderful and worthy football side to have won the premiership, and we just, I'm terribly proud of my blokes.
And for the vanquished, well, the Black and White Army met at Victoria Park before a low-key team dinner at Crown Casino tonight. Neil Cordy is there.
Yes, Matt, a sombre mood here at the Magpies post-match dinner. Players and supporters trying to come to terms with that heartbreaking 9-point loss. Players arrived here directly from Victoria Park as a group, which is pretty much as they played this afternoon. It's been a roller coaster ride for the Pies. Ian Cohen has covered their day.
The final siren ushered in a sense of devastated disbelief for the 5,000-strong Magpie Army gathered at the tribal homeland. Raw emotion spilling over as the black and white dream was shattered. But while some were inconsolable, the traditional Collingwood pride burnt through.
No team can get anywhere near we are because we are the #1 team in the AFL.
We are disappointed, but it was a good game by everyone. Sally, say something. Good on you, Pies.
Every last minute without it, mate. Worth it.
Hours later, the Army had swelled to nearly 10,000 as their defeated heroes returned home, telling the faithful what they wanted to hear.
There's no doubt in the world that the Collingwood Football Club supporters are the best. There's no doubt.
The Magpie leaders determined to complete the fairy tale.
Let me assure you, we'll be doing everything in all our resources to reward you people who have been outstanding.
We've really got big plans for ourselves. Unfortunately, we weren't able to come away with the spoils today.
A long day fast turning into a long night.
The dinner, obviously one they'd hoped would be to celebrate a premiership, didn't turn out as everybody would have liked. While the emotions are subdued here tonight, they were running high shortly after the final siren. The Malthouse family, Coach Michael, Network 10 reporter Christy and mother Nanette, all in tears and consoling each other after the loss. A difficult thing to come to terms with also for President Eddie Maguire, who spoke with Brad McEwen.
Eddie G, be proud of those boys today.
Oh yes, Brad, look, there's no doubt about that. I'm very proud of the entire organisation this week, the way we've been able to really come out and make something of this grand final, to lift ourselves out of the depths of despair that we were a few years ago. To congratulate to the Brisbane Lions, who have been the premier team literally and in every manner in the last 2 years. They deserve their win today. I said before the game that we'd come here today and they'd know they've been in a football match. Well, that's the case, but they do go away with the Premiership Cup. So obviously that burns to the core for everybody at the Collingwood Football Club, and we'll reload and we'll be back next year.
You hear people say sometimes it's just a game, but you've only got to look around here. It's not just a game, is it?
No, it's not. It's far more personal. It's far more intense. It's far more emotional. It's it is in a lot of ways the essence of life, isn't it? Striving to succeed and to extend yourself. And I think our club has been able to make giant steps forward in that case, to be clearly the second best team in the competition this year. And we're very close to being the best team, but not close enough. And there is one team who have that mantle, and as I said, congratulations to Lee and to Michael Voss, who was magnificent again today. What a super player he is. And to the Brisbane Lions organisation, we really heartfelt congratulations to them.
Heartache for the Magpies today, but they're going to remember this for a long time, aren't they?
Well, you will, because you want to build on these things. You don't want to take steps forward and then go backwards. So, we'll go through the entire organisation line by line. We'll work out where we failed this year or where we need to improve, and we'll make those improvements. And there's a genuine commitment in this place to not only go the next step, but to be constantly better every year. And that has been our ethos from the time we went from 16th to 15th to 9th to 2nd. Now we have to take another step.
Ed, thanks for your time. I know it's difficult, but congratulations on a pretty good year.
Good on you, Brad, and congratulations to everyone at the 10 Network as well, and to Sports Tonight for doing a wonderful job this year promoting the game of Australian rules football. We thank you.
Yes, a very gracious Collingwood President Eddie Maguire there. The Magpies oh so close to pulling off what would have been one of the greatest grand final upsets. So the overriding feeling here is one of disappointment, but also underwritten by a feeling of what is to come for this team.